Well, hello there, everyone. Happy Thursday. That means it's another episode of Tips, Tricks, Talktorials. It's good to be here with all of you. Thank you for being here. Oh, thank you for already answering the question of what's in your cup, Adam. Great to see you. I know you missed last week. Thank you for your message after. It's okay. You missed just a shit show. That's fine. Dutch Can Jam in the house. Hello. 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 Good to see you. Very nice to have you here. I guess let's go with what's in your cup, people. And also let me know, do you guys hear a strange buzzing or is that just me? I've been having some issues today with the Rodecaster. I don't know if there's something special or weird that's happening, but I am getting some weird buzzing. But you let me know. Marcus Schaub, first of all, thank you so much. I did not realize that your super chat was, well, one in like a foreign denomination that actually was a quite substantial and sizable amount. And then I felt really bad that I didn't really acknowledge that enough. I am so sorry about that. Not that I'm not grateful for all super chats, but that was like extremely generous of you. And then I meant to ask you, is there like a video that we can make for you or something that I felt bad afterwards? I was like, oh no. You were super generous. And I was just like, oh no, I don't know why you're supporting this, but I thank you nonetheless. But thank you everyone for being here. I really wanted to chat. No buzzing. Okay, cool. It's really buzzing for me though, so I don't understand what's going on. It's also if I just sit in areas, there must be something going on with this mic or I don't know. I don't know. I've downed an entire sparkling ice cherry limeade though before I started, so now I have nothing. That was a mistake. I didn't have time to go make myself tea. Okay, so first of all, let's have a chat because I don't know if y'all saw it, but today there was another incident that is being talked about where another YouTube channel from a very popular YouTuber has been basically taken over, infiltrated, and you know, as they do, they start streaming all kinds of weird stuff. And you know, like when the channel is deleted and you're trying to, oh my goodness, all this stuff, then I don't know if anyone is logging in and kind of keeping any tabs on what is going on with TikTok today. You know, all of the, remember when Meta was on trial and all the governors and senators were basically interrogating Mark Zuckerberg for hours. Today they did that, but with the president of TikTok or CEO of TikTok. And it's interesting because I think a lot of them don't even understand the question, let alone anything else. So, you're hearing the buzzy too. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what it is. If it's something in my positioning, if there's some cable that's too close to something else, let me move around. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me know if you hear it. But yeah, right. So we have Linus Tech Tips. We've got, then all the stuff going on with TikTok and, remember when there was like, how do you know my information? And it was like, we sell ads, Senator, or stuff. It was like that today, but some of the questions were like, are you invading my Wi-Fi? And we're like, what? No, only if you're using Wi-Fi. Like, it was a whole thing. And it begs the question, one, I don't think they even understand the question, let alone, are we more or less safe if ByteDance is forced to, move this sale to an American company, let's say, although they had a great point when they were also like, your also data privacy has had some issues with some of these American companies, such as Facebook and Cambridge Analytica. Chinese government had nothing to do with that. A lot of these other governments, there's all kinds of ties to either Saudi or, the Kremlin and all kinds of stuff like that. And you're like, so it's a little dark in here, huh? There shall be light. Yeah, we'll do that. So I thought that was kind of interesting. At one point, they're trying to say something about you Chinese, and he's like, I'm from Singapore. So let's talk a little bit about, what happened for some of these people. And this is not, the first time. We've had some major players, including, I remember, like Jim Brown's channel, and he goes out and catches hackers for a living. His channel got taken over by hackers at one point because I've seen it also happen when people think they're contacting support and doing something like, or deleted channels when it's like, I'm trying to go from a brand account to a personal account or vice versa. And like, got confused and deleted the wrong channel. I mean, these kinds of things do happen. And so I know we've chatted a little bit before about personal safety on the internet and all of that. And I just feel like, once again, it is a good reminder that there are unscrupulous and nefarious people out in the world who, even if you're like, they don't want my channel. They don't want to they want lots of channels of lots of different sizes, right? But also imagine if you are, let's say, a channel of my size or Dutch Can Jam or Chantel's size or, Adam was in here, Marcus, right? Like, what if we all have channels that then we don't have 10 million subscribers. We're not Marquez Brownlee or something. And we're not going to know someone at YouTube to call up right away and be like, hey, help me out, dude. So what kind of things can we do to help ensure that maybe we protect ourselves a little bit more? Okay. Marcus, let me put this on the screen. It says, oh, politicians and technology, it equals a big mess. Absolutely. So you also had a really great point here where it says hardware keys for two-factor authentication should increase safety by a lot. Yes, let's talk about this. So one of the things that are out there are these like Titan keys, like these little nano keys, these little nubbies, as you will. And you can use them as well as authenticator apps that basically refresh every 60 seconds with like a 6-digit code, and then you'll end up, I know it's annoying, but you'll be thankful one of these days for for having these things when, it hopefully prevents something like this from happening. Another thing that is also happening a lot, I don't know if you guys are seeing this, but there's all kinds of people who are doing like text scams. They'll be like, oh, I want to make sure, and this could be anything from Facebook Marketplace sales to anything else. And they're like, well, I want to make sure I'm dealing with a real human, so let me text you a code and you tell me what the code is, right? Or like, and it's usually something like where they're finding your email and trying to do like a recovery, like type of thing. So by being able to confirm that this code or whatever, then a lot of the time that's another way that they're infiltrating accounts. We have a lot of things like these refund scams, like you'll get a text message randomly from a phone number saying like, your $5,000 Microsoft order has been completed. If this was an error, please text us back or press this link to get delivery instructions. And you're like, I didn't purchase anything for $5,000 on Amazon. I better call them. And that's a scam, right? So it's just interesting. And y'all remember a couple weeks ago when we were going through all of the spam, comment, removal stuff, the millions and millions and millions of comments that are, being put out there, bad links or links to WhatsApp or whatever else it is, there are some people who are falling for this. And so there are some people who are falling prey and victim to these types of scams. And so what can we do, not only as creators, regular folks, to help minimize some of this damage? And, what happens if you are in the position where something bad has happened to you? So let's chat about this, right? So The Titan security key. Let me also, I think I can pull this up. Let me share my screen with you and then I can also show you what it looks like. Look at that. All right. So this little security key here, the thing with this is it is a physical like device, and they have one that sticks into either a USB-A port, or they have one that looks like a little USB-C connection end on that one, right? And so the way, I don't know, can you guys even read this? Where can I put myself that's going to be out of the way? Let me make myself smaller. I'll put myself over here, and then let me see if I can come over here and does that help? I think that helps a little bit. Okay. So it's like a second password. The security keys help prevent phishing and keep out anyone who shouldn't have access to online accounts, including Gmail. And we got to learn more about this Titan security because they have a special firmware engineered by Google to verify the key's integrity, and they have FIDO standards. When I see FIDO, it just makes me think dog, which apparently today is National Puppy Day. And I did not know that, but my dogs have really taken it to heart because I've fed them today like 4 times. And I'm just like, well, it's National Puppy Day. I can't disappoint them. They have no idea what's happening, but trust me, I've been guilted into feeding them like 4 times already. So, so yeah, USB-A, USB-C, and it has NFC technology. And the big thing is it's $30. So plus you can get 10% back if you have your Google membership thing. So Google One. So if we take a look at this, oh, well, it doesn't matter. USB-A is out of stock. Okay, so USB-A is $30 and USB-C is $35. So does anyone in the chat, has anyone gotten one of these? Because I'm thinking of picking up the USB-C one because, yeah, but I don't know how easy it is to set up or when exactly, like how many sites it works with and when you need to actually use it. So if you have experience with this, will you let me know? Because I know it's a good idea, and it was just today, like another kick in the pants where it's like, oh, wow, this happened to another really big YouTube channel, right? And let me go pull it up. Bring this back over here. And I'm going to bring up Linus Tech Tips. So Linus Tech Tips also... yeah, everyone's talking about how he got hacked. And I know he's making jokes about it on the internet, but let's see. Can we I want to see his channel. I mean, is it still streaming weird stuff? Is it still? You should get 2 keys and register them both in case one breaks. That's a good idea. I didn't think about that because, yeah, what happens if you have a hardware malfunction? Do you also have the option to do that plus the authenticator? Because, like, one or the other in case one? I don't know. How do I go to the filter for, here we go, and channel. Does anyone know how many subscribers he has? I know it was up there. It was like over 1 million, right? I think it was. So I don't know what they're currently streaming right now. Oh boy. Oh boy. I bet Twitter would know. Doesn't Twitter always know? Doesn't Twitter always know? Let me see what they're saying. Oh, it's just a 404 error as in like not found. So at least YouTube has taken, I guess, the channel down. I know they're working with him to get it back up, but ooh, there you go. Whew. Okay. So I have thought about it, but now I am using my app for authentication. Yeah, and at least that is something, right? There's a lot of people who don't. And I know my husband gets on me too because I reuse how many, okay, can you just make me feel better for a second here? Raise your hand with a little hand emoji or something. How many of you out there reuse your passwords on different sites? And so like sometimes I'm like, yes, for some I have strong passwords and for others I don't. But like if you are that diligent person who has a different password, a strong password on every single one of them, please raise your hand or like let me know or make me feel better that you have reused some passwords. And here's the thing, you probably think, oh, well then I can just use LastPass or, the other big password store things. But then they had a big data breach too, right? And a bunch of passwords were leaked. And so that was also an issue. So it's like, how do we like, and we know what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to have these strongly authenticated, passwords and use two-factor authentication and use our biometrics and use the Titan keys. But we just don't do it because we either think it's never going to happen to us or it's just not worth the hassle to get into the app that we want to get into. And are we so delusional to think like that extra moment of frustration or whatever to get into Twitter, to go on some rampage about it, is worth probably not being safe? Or worse yet, when you reuse all your passwords on like banking and financial institutions and stuff like that, it's like, you're being naughty and you're not supposed to do these things, but we all do these things anyway. And then you're like, I should have known. And then something bad happens and you're like, but we thought nothing bad would ever happen. And we're just like, I know I am. I'm just a petulant little child about it. I'm like, I know I'm supposed to do other passwords. I don't want to. I haven't. You know what I mean? So there's like LastPassword and 1Password and all these different password sites because none of us can remember what all of our passwords are. And heaven forbid you then write them all down and store them someplace, which is just awful. You're like, here's my lost notebook with all my Post-its. You know me, I love Post-its with all of these, passwords on it for all these places that I had to have new ones for. And Marcus is right. Security versus convenience. Yeah. Sorry. I used to, but now I use 1Password. See, right, 1Password. But then, right, 1Password is in like this big data breach thing, and then a bunch of passwords get leaked. I remember my friend Barnacles. He goes online as like a Barnacles Nerdgasm, and he was really upset with I think LastPass or 1Password because I think they had some sort of data breach and his channel got hacked. And so like, it has been a thing, man. Yeah. Having all accounts linked together and just giving them a bridge into other channels. And I think that's what happened to Linus Tech Tips because he has multiple channels. And so technically for most of my channels, I had started like a new Gmail and like I've made some of my other accounts admins. But yeah, if they get into one, then they get really into all of them. But I don't think even as managers, they can't delete the channel. I think only the owner can delete the channel. So I guess that's that one safeguard, but that doesn't stop them from streaming all that Bitcoin and Tesla, stuff that they've been streaming on lots of other. Oh, LastPass had the data breach, right? LastPass had a data breach, and are they an American company? Are they owned? You know what I mean? And gosh, and it's so funny because people were so all about like TikTok and the data breach and all this stuff. And I'm like, you guys have been screaming about Facebook or not screaming about Facebook, honestly. And they've been collecting way more data than and you're like, you think TikTok, is also making people feel bad. Do you know what Instagram does to girls' self-esteem and people and comparisonitis? Like, it's been awful. It has been awful. But is that one getting a pass because of the fact that it's an American company? What? Let's keep the same energy as the kids like to say. Yeah, Linus Tech Tips, his YouTube channel got hacked today and taken over, including all of his other YouTube channels that were associated with the same account. And now if you go to the channel, it's actually now broken. But earlier today it was streaming, the bad stuff that other people have had streamed when their channels get hacked. So they're working on that. Oh, Keely's here. 1Password is still cool. And they're Canadian. See, should we be concerned that Canada has access? Canada, therefore, like, I'm just kidding. So So I set up a Gmail account to create the accounts and then never use that email for anything else. Then I set up other emails as channel managers. Yeah. And then I also created a new Gmail. I mean, why not? It's free, right? As a separate admin for my AdSense that is not associated, right? And then I have now, most of the time, a brand new email that is the manager or owner of each individual new channel that I will like open up, because it's just maybe not that great to have a centralized, like what happens when your email gets then hacked and then 10 YouTube channels, most people don't have 10, but you know what I mean? Like multiple YouTube channels are then all gone or taken over. And like, what a nightmare that is, right? Can you just imagine? So did I have other people who were also in the same boat of perhaps pleading the fifth on, yes, I've reused my passwords, you're not by yourself? Because yes, I have reused my passwords. My husband gets so mad. I do try to, now I do it. Oh, there's that buzz again. I do try and do it when it's like suggest strong password. I'm like, yes, thank you. And save it to Chrome. Yes. But what happens if my Chrome or whatever, not Chrome. Yeah, because it's tied to your, I guess your Gmail account or whatever. So I don't know. What if that gets hacked? They have all my passwords. I don't even know my passwords. So like, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem for me. I'm just... it's gonna be a problem. So holy shnikes, right? Ugh. And every time I hear holy shnikes, it just makes me want to watch Tommy Boy. Just me? All right. So oops, they have an extra step that will require a security key without which all information is hashed. Yeah. So we were just chatting about the Titan security key, if that will help. If anyone has experience with that, if what you use it for, what apps you use it for, if you use it in conjunction with your Authenticator app, because I use the Authenticator app for, let's see. And it is annoying, but like, I get it. So the Authenticator app is for Plex and Google and Discord and Google and Facebook and Stripe. And so I have tons of different things that are all within an Authenticator app, but is the Titan key going to work in conjunction with it? Does it replace it? Like, I don't know enough about that. So bring on the Commonwealth. We'd stream some Bob and Doug McKenzie and promptly apologize. Okay, all right. I'm okay with with Canada. Bring on. Okay. See, there you go. Yeah. But, and you know, I also want to, I mean, there are some females in the chat too. So I want to also just bring a little, and this happens to men too, but I want to talk about for the ladies for a minute as well. We have an added layer sometimes of online personal safety where it can be perceived as rude if you're not like overly friendly to people. But if you are friendly or overly friendly, all of a sudden people take it as this invitation as like you're interested in them or you're flirting with them or now they deserve a certain type of behavior from you. And some people take that into real world life situations, or some people definitely cross boundaries trying to find out more information about you. And so then we have to start thinking about things like, you know, and I try and tell people, like, I don't want you to post Instagram stories at the moment when you're at the restaurant. You know, like, leave the restaurant and then post about what meal you, like, we can't even imagine the amount of, like, you know, people were saying that Kim Kardashian, the people who robbed her when she was in Paris, it was just so easy to keep track and tabs on her location because of all of the social media postings, whether it was other people following her, posting about it, or themselves doing that. And you know, there's this weird thing that happens sometimes when females are on the internet. I don't even know how to explain it. Okay. Because, they get hit with a lot of behavior and situations that I don't think sometimes dudes as much you guys worry about, you know? And so do you guys remember that one experiment? A little bit kind of tangential, but kind of related still. The news anchor who wore the same outfit every day for 30 days. to see if anyone would comment on his clothes and appearance, and they never did. But the amount of comments that people always seem to have about his female co-anchor, who had to wear like a new outfit like almost every single day because otherwise people would complain that she was recycling outfits. Man, stuff like that, you know, where it's just like there's this whole other weird standard. But also then, like if you're not friendly, then all of a sudden it's a whole thing too. And then if you're friendly, again, like I said, people are going to try and find you, stalk you. And this does happen to men too. Let's not forget like those teenage boys on TikTok who had to like, please tell people, hey, my father's funeral is not really a meet and greet place. Please don't come to this. So, but you know, I feel like I'm not trying to like wave my woman flag, but it's just, sometimes it's different, y'all. And I feel like it's a tougher road in some aspects, right? Because let's say you get into something that's more in the STEM field, and not only do you have to prove your intellectual chops, but you have to do it while being attractive. Not so attractive to alienate people, but not so ugly that it's distracting to people who are going to call you out for it, but palatable enough so that you can sidestep a lot of opinions, but not be inviting too much or asking for it on the other side. So I'm not saying that there aren't some girls that flaunt all of their assets or what they got, and like probably one of the only places where we're not screaming for equal pay or something like that is probably sometimes when you see stuff like in the adult film industry where the men are props literally and they don't care about them is what I've heard, and why they don't make as much when they go on to sites like Patreon and OnlyFans and all that kind of stuff. Where are all the women screaming for equal pay then? But if you guys saw that stuff that happened too with Amaranth and all of the weird stuff, or basically her husband was just using her for a money machine, like just, it is crazy. But going down this road, it's also about online safety. So do we need to post when we are in the moment? No, I don't think we do. And I don't think it's smart to do that. I think that we should, like I said, maybe post that you were at the park an hour after you've left the park. Maybe don't tag the restaurant, you know, or maybe don't tag your local coffee shop if it is 2 minutes from your house and you're saying, every morning I stop here. Maybe you could just say, a latte a day keeps the keeps the crazy away or something, you know, or crazy at bay, because it's not going away for me. You know, because maybe we don't need to tell people that the coffee shop on 6th and Pine is the one that you visit every day for your morning fix, because that leads to weird, awkward encounters. And I'm not saying like, yeah, I mean, it's one thing if someone is expecting you, you're doing a meet and greet, you're going to some place where they're expecting you. But when you just like show up, they don't know you. Like, you have this one-sided relationship maybe, or they don't know if you're cool yet. They don't even know who you are. They don't know that you're watching their channel, and like, it's just a weird vibe, man. It is a weird vibe. So maybe let's stop oversharing some of our stuff online. Maybe we don't post, you know, kids' faces from the moment they're born. You know, maybe you make a secret Instagram account for them. And I have heard of parents doing this. And we give them access to it later, you know, as like kind of like a happy birthday. Look at this. I've been chronicling your life. And this is like a photo album. This is your photo album, because we don't want a paper one anymore, right? But I just feel like we overshare too much. I'm going to this concert on Friday. I'm going to Barbados this weekend. Oh, so you're saying you're not going to be home. So if I wanted to do a home invasion, which has happened to so many people, because they want to be close, or they want to steal some objects, or they, you know, want to just see where their favorite person lives, they're going to be in Barbados all weekend. I can figure out where they live, and I'm going to rob them, right? Or I'm going to figure out where they are, and I'm going to kidnap them. I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why we have to feel the need to share all of these things, but all of these locations with people. It is scary to me that we decide at any given point in time to pick up a camera and like start streaming something, And you have no idea if you just like sometimes when I'm doing a screen share and I will pop away for a second because I don't know if it's going to go to a screen where it hides or shows my password or hides or shows my email address that I don't want to share or hides or auto populates my home address or business address or whatever else it is, right? Like that whole convenience thing, like I said, can we just for a second take an extra second, be a little careful so that, I don't know, we don't end up hurt or dead later. And I'm not saying just for females, this goes for you gentlemen as well, right? Like, I just can't imagine the position that some of these people are in where they're so famous. They can't even say like, gonna meet my friend at TGIF's at 7. So excited. And then have like a line of people out the door, trying to snap a photo of you. Like you could never do that. You could never do it. So Discord coach says, it's effing exhausting just having to pay the female tax for all the money we spend on our appearance. Then there's the friction that we have to get through to create. You're right. Yeah. And it comes up time and time again, even when I'm on panels or different things like, how do I create if I don't feel like I'm looking my best? Because I don't want to come on camera and because even the words that I'm saying are very, very smart, they won't be received because they're not coming from someone who has makeup on, right? And there's this study about how like Bobby Brown once said like all the famous CEOs of said companies or something, they always show up with a face of makeup. They never show up like barefaced because they wouldn't be taken as seriously because they wouldn't be put together. And I'm like, I've seen plenty of CEOs rolling in like Birkenstocks and like, khaki cargo shorts. It's a look. And then just, still commanding presence. But you're saying that I can't even walk in without making sure that my hair doesn't look, good God, like, sorry to get on that tangent, but it's tough, man. We have this higher bar that we have to reach just to even get on camera. And I think it could even also be the rise in podcasting, why some females also prefer that as a medium, because you don't have as many things to get picked on for if you're going to go to an audio only medium such as podcasting, let alone take out the video podcasting part, because then what people are going to get upset about is your pacing, your tone of voice, the pitch of your voice, the amount of ums and filler words that you use, and if you're actually intelligent, right? Men get the same, but then you don't have to have all of the, well, you look really tired today, or if you would just smile, or all of that stuff that happens when video gets then involved. So I get it. Marcus says, this is your photo album. It's all in China now or in Canada. Let's go to Canada. Let's drive to Canada to retrieve it all. We'll stop for some poutine along the way and we'll just, we'll go collect it up there. Why not? That's funny. That is funny. But if you have online safety secrets, tips that you'd like to share, such as don't post in the moment, don't post things that are very, very near your home location, don't try and screen share when you have auto population things like when you're signed in. Maybe do incognito browsing when you're doing a screen share so you don't have stuff that's pre-populated, like making sure you don't share your screen until like you're already signed in. I've had to do stuff even where I'm doing a tutorial saying like, okay, now we're going to save this to the desktop, and the screen comes up, with where do you want to save it? And then I'm like, are people going to freeze frame this and actually see what my messy file structure looks like or what other files are on my computer? Because like people are curious, and that they tear apart videos and what's on screen a lot of the time, and they start digging for stuff. And I don't think people even think about that sometimes. They're like just openly sharing their screens while things are popular like all the time. But using, maybe the Titan key, the authenticator apps, the two-factor authentication type things, having multiple emails, separate emails. You put makeup on during your live stream? I love it. Why? Were you shiny, or were you doing it as like a joke, or were you doing it for just I don't know. Tell me all the reasons why you were doing it. So, Pixelpia says, I don't even put makeup on anymore when I'm filming. If I happen to put it on, okay, but it's not just for filming. I will say that when I was earlier into my YouTube journey, I for sure did not want to come on screen unless I had some makeup on, or best believe when I was going to be editing later, I would put the face filter on. I like no shade, because like, I mean, not like a crazy, it was like face filter on like 10 because too much, like it starts to look real fuzzy. Like I put it on like 10 or 12 at most. So you can imagine, I did a video called Why You Don't Look Like Other YouTubers, or Why You Don't Look As Good As Other YouTubers. It did horribly, as most of my videos do. But I show you how I apply the face filter in that one, because there's a plugin for Final Cut Pro called Skin Smoothening. And I used to also be embarrassed because sometimes I would do screen share in Final Cut Pro, and then if you showed that side panel, it would come up as one of the first filters, because I don't know if it's by last user, if it's just by alphabetical order, but it was just kind of always there. And then I'd be like, oh no, people will think I use the face filter. And I'm like, well, girl, you do, you have. But in that video, I show you like, this is probably why you don't feel like you look as good as other people sometimes on video, is because they're using face filters. So it's not the makeup sometimes, and it's like I'm offended sometimes by some of these beauty channels that do it and then try and say that they're not applying a face filter, and that's what's the makeup that is in the video is what is making them look like that, and you should go buy it too. Girl, just be honest, okay? Just be honest about it. So I used to not want to be on screen unless I was like fully done up, and now like I am fine to go, and you guys have seen it, and guys and gals, I have fully gone live with like awful hair and 3-day hair, going on 3-day hair, and no makeup, and now like, and most of the time on Sundays, because it's a late night, like 9 p.m. stream until midnight, like I'm not putting on extra makeup for that. Like if I happen to have some on that day, just like Pixabay, maybe I'm fine, but like I'm not doing my makeup just for that. So there's plenty of sad song Sundays where I have no makeup on at all. And before I used to like think I would never do that, but now as I've gotten a little bit older too, I'm like, this is my face, this is what I look like, and I'm gonna get comments either way. So, and I get it, like you want to put your best face forward, and you never know like what video could be the one to blow up, but I'm like, I wouldn't be mad if some video of mine blew up and I wasn't wearing makeup. It is what it is, right? And this is my face. So but it's taken a long time, and so when I see a lot of new people that are started, they're like, oh, I could never unless I'm fully made up. And I'm like, okay, well, just make sure that you film 3 or 4 videos each time you're made up, because good God, you don't want to have to do that each time, right? And like, just change your shirt, call it a new day. Call it a new day. But Pixelpia, you've never had a comment about your face, surprisingly. I could also understand that, and I don't mean anything by this, but sometimes when you get to like women that are going to be a little bit older, I think you get more leniency as well, because I could also see them being like, oh my gosh, you wear so much makeup, blah, 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 grandma looks like that, or blah, 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 you know, and people have a lot to say about women who want to express themselves with a lot of color, and as if it's not okay for women of a certain age, like you just stop wearing makeup, you just give up, you know. So like, but you're also cute as buttons. So yeah, I could see though a lot of people giving older ladies more of a pass on it, because they could just be like, oh yeah, grandma stopped wearing makeup at a certain age, because, you know, like when grandma lets a certain amount of crazy go out, like my grandma had, we called it George Washington hair. It was like stark white. It looked like one of those powdered wigs. And I remember one time a family member was in the hospital, and so we had to call the nurses station, and we were trying to find out if my grandma was there. So we literally said, is there anyone who has like George Washington white hair sitting by that room? And they were like, what? And they were like, you know, and they're like, oh my God, yeah, there is. And so that really just stuck with our family though. It was funny. So great tip to Camera Junkie. Oh wait, what happened to Camera Junkie? Put your own address and important information in your blocked words list. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Also, parts of your social security number, the last 4 of your phone number. Maybe for certain people, maybe if you don't go by all of your name type stuff, maybe your maiden name. If you have children and you don't want them to be mentioned, you could actually include those. You could also do things like your zip code in case someone wants to try and like be real specific about where you're located. Those could all be things as well that you put into your blocked words. So it was a joke, but you tried to do it without much success. That's cool. Let's see here. I don't do the full face. My skin hates me, but there's always something, except now. I look like I rolled out of bed and I threw on a shirt because that's what happened. Yeah. And there was a certain point where I'm just kind of like, if you don't want to listen to what I have to say because you think I look tired, then go the fuck away. Like, go find a pretty girl, like, and then go harass her, you know, like, I don't know what to tell you. So, yeah, I really don't care about my looks. Take it or leave it. Oh my gosh. No, I have an entire video about comments that have been made. I think I have it still up on my TikTok. Just mean comments. Someone was like, your jawline looks like a pineapple. And I was like, thank you. Someone, a lot of the time, oh gosh, I could find it. It's like, your eyes are too close together. And I'm like, okay. They're like, what was it? There's so many, like, your eyes are too small for your face. Or maybe it was your head is too large. Like, your eyes are too small for your face. It was one of the others. Either my eyes were too big or eyes are too it was eyes are too small. Your eyes are too small for your face. You look like a man. Why is your face squished? I mean, you guys. Yeah, I have so many of those. When YouTube gives you the funniest thumbnail for your short with a unicorn, oh my gosh, right? It looks so horrendous and I can't change it, but I'm just like, I can't even be upset. Yeah, if I was super, I don't know, like cautious and curated about what thumbnail and stuff, that would have pissed me off harsh. But the good news is there's going to be the ability to scrub through and add, you know, and stop on a thumbnail. Sometimes I have it on my Android. I've seen it. But it is going to be coming to iOS devices. So you sure as shit believe, like, I would select a better frame than the one that they gave me. But yeah, I would be deleting that and re-uploading it so many times and putting it on private to see like what thumbnail, if like they would give me a better one. But so I still can't issue lashes and a little foundation. I have the world's ittiest bittiest lashes. So I was saying today, because sometimes now I'm trying to force myself to, I go live on TikTok for the 15-20 minutes it takes to put on my makeup, just because it's real easy and you just do it on your phone. I listen to music. Another thing is I listen to music on another device. So like I'll go live on my, you know, phone, and then I'll put like Apple Music or something on a playlist on, and I will just kind of like play music as I'm putting on my face. So, and I'm like, usually there's like 3 people there. So I'm like, hey, if you want to talk, you can, but otherwise I'm just going to be putting makeup on to get ready for the day. Cause sometimes I feel like a little more put together. So I do kind of get that. But, I was saying today, I'm like, I don't even know why I bother. Like, you can't even see them. They're like the tiniest little stubbies. But anyways, if you obviously show that you don't care yourself, why would someone comment? Yeah. So many people do comment. Yeah. And it does say a lot about, they have expectations of me. They're about to be sorely disappointed because I disappoint lots of people. So tons of those people exist in the world. Let me see if I can even find the TikTok for you guys. Hold on one second. Oh no, I'm going to be going to the bad site. Oh no, Canada, please save us. Let me see here if I can find. Oh my gosh, it was so long ago though. Like I have to go find it. Give me a second. We're going to find it though, cuz now we've gone far down this road, so we might as well. There was one you guys remember when I was fighting with that little the little twerp from Twitch? I did finally private one of those videos where I was kind of clapping back at him, but like sometimes you push me on the wrong day and I'm gonna make a whole video about it. I was so irritated by the whole thing. Do you guys remember that? You saying all those like crazy things to me. It stopped. Like it won't let me go backwards anymore. It's like, no more videos for you. So wait, did I post about it before then? I think I must have. No, I wanted to show y'all. Where is it? How do I go back? Once I find, oh no, it won't let me. Will it let me if I log in? What is going on? Why not? Okay, wait, let me see if I can pull it up on if I can pull it up on my phone, then I could probably at least airdrop the link to my computer, and then I could probably, right? Let me see. Oh God, I'm gonna have to sit here and scroll about all of this stuff. So, okay, so let's talk about other ways to make yourself invincible online. What do you got, guys and gals? What do you got for the group? Let's see here. Oh my gosh. You know what this really tells me is that one, the pagination system is stupid, but also I post a lot of stupid TikToks. Come, follow me, won't you? Because it's a good time while you still can, because who knows how soon it will be banned and you won't be able to do it, and you'll just come back here to YouTube for it. So there's that. And watch. Now I'm going to pull it up and you guys are going to be like, that's not even a very good video. And I'll be like, shove it, Susan. I just wanted to share with you for a minute. It'll just take a minute. Should I play you guys a song? This is probably the most boring sitting here watching me scroll. I'm going to find this stupid video now because now I'm on a mission. I'm a girl on a mission. Because now it's gone on too long. It's gone on. I can't not at this point. So I ain't no quitter. Actually, that's a lie. I quit a lot of things. But on a good note, I know last week I had like a little mental breakdown. Sorry about that. But I did actually pick up a new client as of yesterday. And today's my first day editing for someone new. So one door closes, one door back up with one new client. So can we get... So props for me. I got a new client, so that's nice. And I'll be starting work today on breaking down their videos, which does go down the road of saying if you are going to work with people, you do want to have some sort of process in place for shush about how do you onboard them, how do you actually like start to communicate clear expectations, where do you put these like assets or things, or how do you know like what success looks like, how do you measure quantifiable outputs. And, it's, I can't have gone back is it like at the beginning of my account? I don't even, was I just really starved for content? Oh my gosh. I can't have, this is the beginning of my TikTok. So I found the beginning, but now I haven't found the video yet. Where the heck is it? Let me see here. What else is there? Baby. I'm so sorry. I'm going to do this and you guys be like, this sucks. Like, I know. I didn't promise you a good time. I just promised you I was going to show you something. So, where is it? Now I'm getting irritated. Oh God. There was one where, I don't know if I can even say, I kind of went viral on TikTok with one video that I really didn't want to go viral for. It's really something I never really expected. And I mean, I've had a few videos do, okay, but we're talking like one video that had over 5 million views. And it was actually about it was just a quick video about my father passing away, and the amount of horrifically stupid comments that I got about how, because, okay, so sometimes traditionally in a wedding, as you do, you have your parental figure, sometimes walking down the aisle. So there's a picture of me walking down the aisle with my late father. And the amount of people who are saying like I was a gold digger, I was marrying him because he was dying and how I was just doing it to like make a quick buck. And it's like, okay, I see where you're going with that, but fuck you. No. And it was a really hurtful time because those comments were really, really awful. And so I also had to compile, and I think I privated that one, just all of these horrific things that people were saying about me, and eventually I had to add some of those things to my blocked words list too. So I eventually made like a little response, and I think I privated it. But that was just one of those days when you're like, wow, the internet is a really awful place. Sometimes, it's a really awful place. And I remember, I posted another one where I was like, I was thinking, waking up today thinking it might be a day for kindness or something. And this was after like all the stuff with those comments. And then I was just like seeing the comments and I was like, nope, going back to bed. Like, yeah, that was a rough time. I've had some rough times, y'all. Oh, but if you look on my account, it's mainly dogs. It's a lot of, that's a lie. It's not mainly, but there's a lot of dogs. Just a lot of dogs. I'm not mad about it. In fact, did I tell you guys that I have a puppy Instagram where it's just my dogs? Because I know that like people would get annoyed if I just posted about my dogs. So I figured if I had an Instagram that was focused on dogs, no one gets mad about that, right? So, and it only follows puppies, like, puppies. And so when I just need a serotonin boost, I just go to that one. Although I'm really bad at posting on it. That's not the dog's fault because they can give me lots of great material. But, oh my gosh. Seriously, I scrolled down to the beginning of time. How is this not possible? Oh, this one was actually funny. Where I said, oh yeah, anybody need anything? I'm just going to go lose my mind. And then I think I just pick up a bottle of wine. Like, oh yeah, and a puppy. Okay, at least I find myself funny, even if other people do not. And that's the thing. I find it sometimes funny. And then people, like, they don't understand my jokes or me. And then they think I'm being serious about something. I'm not. They just don't understand my humor. And it's just a really hard place to be on the internet trying to explain it to people. I can't. And there was a great TikTok or someone that I did see where it's like, we don't have to explain ourselves to people. And this is really hard as a people pleaser. And you don't want people to misunderstand you, but you don't have to explain yourself to people who don't matter to you. Like people who matter to you, your friends, your family, something like that. If some misunderstanding happens, then yeah, you probably want to like clear that up. But for like strangers on the internet who have no idea about you and your heart, stuff like that, probably you don't need to waste all of your time trying to explain yourself to them because they don't know you. And if they knew you, you wouldn't have to explain yourself as much to them. You know what I mean? And so it's just, oh my God, seriously, where is it? There was one, I don't know if you guys remember that one. I did see that one too, where all these people were talking mean about me. And then I said something like, if we just wait a little bit longer, a tiny fuck will fall into my hand and then I can give it to you. Yeah. Because right now I'm all out of them. I'm all out of the fucks. It had to have been before this. Did I private it? Like I really... Where is it? I'm gonna cry. I can't even, well, I've done that on live. Seriously, where is this video? I had to have passed it. You guys, I'm sorry. I don't understand. Did I private it? Did I delete it? Just all the people hating on me. I know I've made multiple videos. I think I probably have put it on YouTube too. Have I put it on YouTube? Where I talk about all the ways that people don't like me. I have an entire folder of mean comments that people have said. I know I shouldn't. I have a nice folder too. I do. I have a nice things people have said about me folder. I encourage you to do the same, because there are plenty of days where you don't want to do any of this anymore and you want to quit. You should have a couple of nice things that people have said about you. I don't know where it is. All of that for nothing. All of that for nothing. Man, I'm sorry. All right, what is this? Someone logged me out of I was unable to access my account. The support services, someone in the comment section asked me to contact. Oh my God. Okay, there's a bot. There's a bot over there. Okay, cool. Congrats. Maybe it was censored by Canada. You know what? Maybe it was. Maybe it was censored by Canada. Today, obsessively search for a video. Yeah. And you know what's funny is, if you know me at all, you know as soon as this live is over, I'm going to go back again and scroll through every single one of them. Then I'm going to be so pissed off that I didn't find it in time during the live to be like, this is it. This is the link, y'all. And then you're going to watch it. And then, because I'm going to probably post it as a link in the comments, and you guys are going to be like, it wasn't even that bad. And I'm like, that wasn't even the point. It wasn't even about the video anymore. It was about just completing the task. Do you know what I'm saying? Can I get a thumbs up on that if you understand what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't even matter now if the joke is good or funny or it's not going to land with people. It was like, now it has to be told. Even if it's butchered in its execution. Even if you're like, it's not really that funny. And I'll be like, fuck you, Steve. It was funny. So that's right. We would never do something like that. Canada's innocent is what he says. Oh my gosh. Oh, you know what it is? It's because I used online safety, security, or something like that in the title on Facebook. That's what it is. That's why I'm getting spammed on Facebook. All right. I gotta figure out how I can block these people. Let me go over here. That is totally what's happening. Oh my gosh. Use us to unblock you. It's because I said something like hacked. Yeah. #hacked. That's exactly what it is. So we're going to, how do I block them? Can I not? How do I do that? How do I block them? Block. Yes. Ban. And any new profiles. Yes, that's exactly right. See, I should have known better. I should have known better than to actually. Should have known better. That was Richard Marx. You guys got to see my squirrel brain literally at work, right? It went from say the phrase, know that the phrase is similar to a song lyric, sing the song lyric, wonder who sang the song lyric, say all that out loud. That's how my brain works. That is accurately how. Shh. Shh. That was me. I don't want to hear me. That is definitely how my, oh gosh, and they all have this copy and paste message too. So funny. They're awful, aren't they? Yeah. Unban, banned from stream. Yes, absolutely. Confirm. Yes. How do I also delete them? Yes. And squirrel brain for sure. Yeah. And all the mods are on YouTube. I know. Confirm. I don't even, can I add mods on I literally don't use Facebook very much. I've had ban from stream. Yes. I've had this Facebook page for ever since my YouTube. So what, 6 years? I think just now I have hit 700 followers or something like that. You can't even do anything of consequence on Facebook or anything until you have at least 1,000. And at this point, I'll be 67 years old before I finally qualify to have anything monetized on Facebook. By the way, though, I don't know, but I have recently, one of my best performing short, I did a short. You remember the, when I said I went to the Meghan Trainor listening party where we got to listen to the new song of Mother as part of the YouTube Shorts community. And they had encouraged us and wanted us to do 2 YouTube Shorts. One is a lip sync and one is they have a dance. And so I decided to try and learn the dance. Okay. Which was harder than it seems. You would think, Shelly, you're on a dance team. You should be able to do this. Not the same as TikTok dances. They're just very different. Okay. They're just different. But I did it. And it is slowly, after a week or so, it is I can show you the analytics on it. Let me show you. It really took off after a little bit. And let me share this with you. Color me surprised. Yeah, look at this. This is probably my best, well, I don't know if it might be my best performing short now. And it has brought me almost 77 subscribers. And I made $1.60 on it. Ugh. Excuse me. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. So if you want to know what a YouTube short with 35,000 views could maybe gain you, maybe $1.62. But you can see that for the first week, like, it was then that it like shot up, right? So interestingly now, I have probably had the most subscribers than I've had in years. So I finally have positive like 60, 70 subscribers. And for a dancing video, y'all, like, just wait. Next week I'll be teaching you how to two-step. I don't even know like what the heck is going on over here, but like apparently me doing the, the TikTok dance, it did pretty well. But that wasn't what I was going to show you. I know. Just the most random stuff that happens sometimes, on YouTube. What I wanted to share with you is that y'all remember it was last year, my birthday in January, where I hit 40,000. It was actually after my birthday. It was at the end of January and I hit 40,000. Then this year, because remember I privated all those YouTube videos for like iMovie stuff, and then I tried to do some other thing. It didn't work very well, guys and gals. And so I dropped to like 39,000. And so now this year during my birthday, also again in January, because it happens annually like that, I was like, I would really like to be able to hit 40,000. And I know you might be thinking, Shelly, didn't you already do that? Didn't you have a plaque? Not a plaque, like the little TubeBuddy milestone certificate. And I'm like, yes, I did. And yes, I am trying to hit that same milestone again by the end of January this year. I did not. But because of the surge of 70 subscribers from that YouTube short, I am now closer than I have ever been, even though it is now almost April. So we are in the push, y'all, for the final, I'm at 39,909. 909. So I have 91 subscribers to go to hit 40,000 again for the second time. And if you've been following along, I'm about to hit 1,000 subscribers on my beauty channel for the 7th time. I don't even know how many times, like for real. Like it is probably 6 or 7 times at this point, because it'll go up to 1,002 and then drop to 992. It just is my life. I don't post over there. I should know better. But like, you know what I'm saying? It's just funny to re-hit these milestones over and over and over again. But this one is special. I want to hit 40,000. I wanted to do it by the end of January. I don't know. You guys, do you have predictions? Predictions on when we'll hit 40 again? We should do something when we hit 40 again. What should we do? I know. We should get a $40 gift card to like Starbucks or someplace. No, Starbucks is good, right? And then I will just post it in like the community tab or something. And then, no, I will post it in the Discord because that would be better in the Discord. So if you've never joined the Discord, I'm pretty sure there's a link in the description, but let's do a $40, right? Because I'm not Rockefeller. I make no money, but all right, 40 for 40. So it's 40,000 pennies. Yeah. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's do $40 gift card to Starbucks. I'll just put it in our Discord, and then you can just buy yourself a cup of coffee on me, just because we all get to celebrate being together and hitting 40 again. I won't be obnoxious and go get those like 40, like the big balloons, because it's a stupid number. I would do that at 100. Best believe your ass. I would be one of those like IG stupid like Insta model girls with my 100K like 3 balloons that cost like $7 a piece. Yeah. I know you can't partake in the 7 times, $14, $28 that would be. The $30, you'd probably just rather have the $40 gift. Okay, fine, we'll do a $100 gift card to to Starbucks too, and the 100K balloon signs. And I will do a full-on photo shoot of like Instagram girl with the 100K. Like you don't even know. Or I guess I would do that too if we hit it on TikTok, because technically they're like at the same damn number. Like, I am at, I mean, they're so close. Let me see here. I can tell you. I am at 39.2 over on TikTok, and I'm at 39.9 over here. So it'll be a race to 40, because I feel like 91 subscribers versus, 800 subscribers. That sounds about right. Yeah, since it's about like 100 to 1 for subscribers. So I would say when we hit 40 and 100, we're definitely doing that. We're gonna Instagram girl it up. Just real talk. Post-it note. That is so on brand. Yes. Remember when I did the Christmas tree? We should do a 100K in Post-its on that same wall, and then I'll pose next to it like a little Instagram girl. Oh my God, I love that. That is like the best idea. Adam, you're brilliant. Such a good idea. Such a good idea. Another TikTok dance should do it. Good God. You know what's so funny? It's like, of all the things on my channel, a little TikTok dance that they encouraged us to do. And you're supposed to probably also do something like put some like inspiring words or something about your niche. Because there were a lot of people complaining, or like, you want me to do a TikTok dance basically on this YouTube short? I talk about like computer stuff or something, and I'm like, okay, let's do it. Let's do the TikTok dance. Here's 30,000 views for you. So I mean, on the other one with the lip syncing, I used both my puppies. I'm not above trying to use my puppies to, grow my subscriber. And it's not even because like I need more subscribers to do anything. No, like I've got the silver. Oh, she's not even on screen anymore. Where is it? Oh, it's right over here. It's just outside of the frame. Oh, whoops. I should probably move that. So I still have the silver play button that I got from TubeBuddy. So it's not like it will be the first one I've ever unboxed. No, I've done that. And I've already hit 40. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to hit it again. I am a loser, y'all. I'm just like, I just want to like hit the number that I hit a year ago, just so I can be like, progress. But it's not progress. I'm still trying to crawl back to where I was more than a year, almost and a half ago, right? I would like to be able to get past that number so I could actually, grow. We'll see how that goes. And, the Post-it wall needs to happen. Adam, you are so right. The Post-it wall needs to happen. All right, I'm just rambling at this point. There's nothing of value right now being said in this stream. And also no shade to any of the Instagram girls. Very happy, like celebrate. Yeah, do all the things. I was saying to someone the other day that Instagram is my least favorite platform. Even though it has a lot of the things you would think that would make me happy. You've got like vertical video and the ability to have these stories that disappear. And, you can DM someone if you want to. And I guess you can hook up a shop, but I just hate it. Y'all, I just don't like it. I just don't like it. And it's my least favorite of all the platforms. It really is. But so I don't mean any shade. I wish I could be an Instagram girl. And I know lots of people who have big Instagram followings. I just can't. That is exhausting to me. You've seen, I can't even do a YouTube video a week. People curating content and doing big ass photo shoots to get like 2 photos that they put on their grid. Like, nah, I can't. I'm not about that. So y'all know I've gone off the deep end when like I have a full on photo shoot for like, for content like that. I actually did contact a photographer and I was like, hey, I need like photos, like headshots and like lifestyle photos, like girl eating salad and girl with latte at a coffee shop with her little laptop pretending to work to take, the photos for her website. And I'm like, I need all these stupid photos probably for a website. And they're like, great. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it when the weather gets warmer. And then I just never actually booked it. And they were very nice and I should actually still do it. But I was just like, I sent a website as inspiration. I'm like, this is kind of what we're going for. And it is. It's like girl with latte and like girl working in cafe with her leather jacket and being stylish. And when have you known me to be stylish? And like working on her laptop, being a girl boss. I tried once to do a little photo shoot like that, and my husband was looking at me like it was crazy because I was out like on this dock with my laptop, and he's like, who is working on the end of a dock with their laptop? And I'm like, this girl boss, I don't know. And then I was like trying to like take pictures of myself taking like selfies, and this is the stupidest story. I'm so sorry. But like the phone wasn't even on. It was just to prove a point. And then I had a different camera on a timer. So I'm just sitting there like posing, trying to be like this is me doing shots for social media. Look at me. I'm such a girl boss. And I said something like, it's not just another selfie, blah, blah, blah. But it wasn't even a selfie. That was the lie of it all. It's still on my Instagram, y'all. And so I'm just like, you know what? We should, you know, those videos where people pull up their Instagram feed and, you know, it's like shots that need more context or the real story behind. Like, yeah, we could totally do that because some of mine, like, we all know social media is pretty darn fake, but I can tell you some of those pictures were fake too. So I'd be like, oh yeah, let me take a picture of this. There was a little part on my Instagram feed where I was just into this blue thing. So it was like a black and white photo with like a pop of blue or something, or a pop of pink or something. I don't know. I was trying to like do something, y'all. I don't know, because I suck so bad at Instagram, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'll just do these black and white photos with a pop of color somewhere. And so I was trying to do it, and I'm just like, this sucks. I'm already awful at Instagram, and here I am trying to build an aesthetic. I hate Instagram, and here I am trying to do these things. And then it'd be like me in a Pike Place Market in like whatever. And so I was like, okay, I'll just turn this picture black and white, except for my blue jeans. My jeans are blue. And then the next one was like, okay, and here's this black and white photo, but I'm in a blue dress. And I'm just like, girl, you're so stupid. This is the stupidest thing. This is the stupidest. James Bond, hello. Oh, you love me rambling? Thank you so much. So, thank you. Instagram is the one I find hard being consistent on. It's not even like about, because I just don't like it. I can never see my friends' posts. And then like some people get all like hell bent on like, you're not following me back, and I'm like, well, sometimes I just try and follow some of the people in my niche, or some people, and then and I'm like, I don't even know why you care, because technically I can't see your stuff anyway. Not because you've blocked me, but because like Instagram never feeds it to me, and it only feeds me like Reels content, which I should be all about because I freaking love short form vertical video, but I just don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just a little petulant child about it. And I'm sure it wouldn't be so bad. And you know what? Like, it has the swipe up feature, which, truth, way back in my past, I did buy Instagram followers because I just wanted the swipe up feature that you had to have 10,000 followers for. So I did, and they trickled in, and these were the worst followers. You know, the ones that have like no profile photos or just say stuff like love and with a little heart emoji. I'm like, this is the worst. So then my engagement looked like, oh, you have 10,300 people and you have 6 likes on your photo. Not highly suspect. And I just wanted the swipe up. And then there was one time I just watched it like, you know, like go down and down and down. And then it had crossed and I got into the 9,000s. And I'm like, do you think I should buy another 1,000 just so I can have the swipe? I'm like, and then I was looking at some of my analytics and I was like, girl, people don't watch your stories or swipe to any of your shit. So why are you like, no. And it was not only that, I didn't actually buy 10,000 followers. I bought, you know what? That's a lie. I didn't buy Instagram followers. I did almost the next worst thing. I purchased these giveaway loop things because I had a friend at the time who actually got me onto this. Okay, I was doing a lot more beauty content then at the time too, but so basically, oh yeah. Okay, so it was supposed to be safer because it was supposed to be real accounts, but they were still really awful accounts. But you had to do something like you bought into a certain amount and then they would get enough influencers to basically pay for an influencer, usually from a Brazilian market. So it would be like, yeah, this is the whole skinny. Wow, we're really going into the weeds on this one and I'm over time. I'm sorry. If you want to hear the story, give it a thumbs up. Okay, the stream and in the chat, I guess. Doesn't really matter, but I'll tell you anyway. I just want engagement. So the truth is you buy into it, and then depending on how big the influencer is in this other country, would be how much the pot would be. And so it would be like, oh, you pay $100 or something like that. And then there would be 40 people or something. And so it would pay for the influencer that they purchased the posts from. And sometimes it would be like they're going to do a story and they're going to do a like a static post, and it stays up for a certain amount of time. And the rules were that you had to follow everyone that this account was following, and that you then could be entered into the giveaway or something. And they did actually give away like an iPhone or like an iPad, or, you know, back in the day when it was like, that was the cool thing to give away. So they would be like, okay, so this big Brazilian influencer is going to post to their 3 million fans, all from Brazil and stuff. So a lot of the comments were also like really awful because they were also in foreign languages, and like had nothing to do with whatever you were posting about. And they'd be like, "Que bella," on like some photo of like what I ate for breakfast or something, you know, like not at all related. And so sometimes it would vary. Like sometimes it would be like they would have to go back and like so many of your posts, or they would have to comment a certain type of emoji or a certain type of phrase or something like this, right? And so it was supposed to make it look like there was more actual real people. And actually it was, because people were following these rules to get qualified to win these things. But then as soon as the giveaway was like over, and then like the account like would go away, then like your followers would like massively dip. So you would know like when the giveaway was going live, and then you'd gain like, you know, 300, 400, 500, 1,000, and then the giveaway would be over, and then you would just lose like a shit ton of people. And so, but the way that they did it is, oh, well, you've already purchased one, so the next one's like half off or something like that. And so you just kept doing these things, and you're like, oh, okay, well, this one's not in Brazil, and this one's in blah, 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 and this person has this many followers. And so it would be, how much you pay would be based on how big the account was and how many followers, you know, blah, 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 this different stuff. So, and also if it was going to be a story, a swipe up, or like a static post. And so it was just all of these different things, but it was, you probably would have been better, honestly, at that time, spending your money on the bulk. It would have been a lot cheaper. And then, I shit you not, you guys. Then after all of this, when I was like, every single time I post with my 10,000 followers, I get like 6 likes. So like, F this. I had to pay for a service to like try and come and clean them out. So I would filter, and I would be like, people that I don't follow, or people I haven't interacted with, or people who've never left like a comment in like, or blah, 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 all these different things. So I had these filters, and then I would like go in and like mass clean them out, but it would time out after a while, or only have a certain limit that you could do. So I'd have to do it in batches. And every time I was just so bitter coming back, and then being like, okay, let's run this cleaner thing again, because, you know, or I just try to manually go through, and I would be like, okay, let's go through the A's today. If I don't recognize them, they're gone, they're blocked, they're banned. So, yeah. So then I went from like, I think 11,000 at one point, and I dropped, cause I probably had like, I don't know, 1,500 probably, 1,500 that were probably real. And then I got up to like 11,000. And then, so, I mean, it was a substantial increase. And then I cleaned them all out, and I deleted like everyone, because I was just like, I'm just not like, no, I'm not about it. So I think at one point I dropped to like 600, because I was just like, I don't know them. If I haven't talked to them, like, I don't even know who you are. You could have been like someone from my high school. I don't know. Like, I just got rid of everyone that I didn't recognize. And I was like, just these people are good. The people that I'm following, and then everyone else is gone. So I legitimately like dropped a whole bunch of people, and I'm sure they could just request again, but cause I don't think they block them. They just have them unfollow you or something. But yeah, it was substantial. So if you were to go back and look at my analytics, you would see like within like a month period, or 2-week period, it was like this, like, here's 11,000 followers. And then maybe a few months after that, 2-ish months, something like that, where then I dropped, and I was considering for a second buying more giveaways. And I was like, no, girl, you're so stupid. Then you'll see like minus 2,000, minus 2,000, minus 2,000, because the limit was 2,000 or something like that. So yeah, that's a story about that. So I can tell you, when I tell you I've done all these mistakes so that, I crawl and run and walk so that others can do amazing things. It's because I've done everything wrong. And one of these days, mark my words, it's not going to be a TikTok dance, but I am going to get known. We're going to hit 40,000 again for the second time. And y'all are going to have some Starbucks. So there's that. So hand purple blue piece. All right. I'm getting weird people following me on Instagram all the time. No idea why. I don't know why either. It's just, I think this story is important for the new creators to hear. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. I want to go. I need food. I need to love on the puppies. And then I actually have to get to editing because I have 2 clients, technically, which is 4 hours of work. And that's a lot of work for the day already still being at, 7 p.m.? So it's going to be 8, 9, 10, 11, plus dinner. So it's until midnight if I work straight through. So we'll see how that goes. All right. I'm going to go. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you all. You're all the bee's knees, the dog's tuxedo, the cat's pajamas. Appreciate your faces. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye, y'all.